Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another episode here on Alma, Missouri. Our Own the Map challenge. So, you'd be thinking, well, what is this? Well, we called up the Amish and they threw up a steer barn for us. Just about no time. Need something done quick, call the Amish, that's for sure. So we got ourselves kind of a fattening barn here that we're gonna kind of finish, or a finishing barn, or whatever you want to call it, that we are going to use for obviously finishing these cows. So that is what we're doing right now. We're feeding these fellas. So we're probably gonna try and do a little bit of incorporating a little bit of haylage or something like that, likely. Maybe some bean meal or something. Use a little bit of our soybeans for bean meal, or I don't know. We're new to this whole beef farming thing, so we kind of need to figure out what we need to actually give these fellas. Not working very good, is it? There we go. Oh yeah, they're looking good. There are 9 of them. Got plenty of space in there together. Hopefully they don't bully each other around too much, but yeah, that's a nice little building. I think it fits nice right where it is, and still got room for another bin if we need it right there where that tree is. We'll just have to take that tree down at some point, but I'm happy with how that turned out. It went up real quick. So we are in March 2. And we are going to take the 8110 down. And we're going to hook it up to the chisel plow again. And we are going, oh no, we're not going to do that. We're actually going to take the Kubota down to where we took that tree line out, and we're gonna use the old brush hog. Hopefully trim those bushes down, just kind of mulch up all that foliage that's there, and kind of get that cleared out so then we can run a chisel plow through it. Also, we had a busy March 1, I'll tell you what. We got all this junk removed as well. All the junk bales and the scrap cars and everything. Got it all removed. It was great. We'll meet you down at the field and we'll get to doing some foliage clearing. I honestly had no idea if this would work. I am thrilled that it's actually working. That's awesome. Mowing down the bushes in the little Kubota. Look at that. That's pretty slick. I had no idea. I was really hoping it would work. Pretty sweet that it actually is working. We have to get these trees moved as well. It's probably going to be part of our job today. We're going to get these branches moved somehow. Luckily all these are branches that we can move by hand, like I said in the last episode, but yeah, we got to get these moved. Well, those ones are floating a little bit. That's interesting. Oh, we missed one. A stump. I knew that would happen. I think we brought our chainsaw. We've done some bush clearing. We've done some wood moving. So we have this pile here that we'll probably just leave here at the front of the field. We'll just chisel plow around it, and then there's another one at the end of this like laneway or I guess, old tree line that we're just gonna chisel plow around as well for now. So these, we're probably just gonna leave those in the field. Those, yeah, or along the edge of the field for now. If you guys are familiar, or I guess if you're not familiar with actually clearing out tree lines for farmland, a lot of the time you usually end up with a very large pile of wood that just sits there for years and years and years sometimes. So we're gonna leave that there for now. I do eventually want to come back and load it up onto a trailer or something and sell it, because that's money that we could use. But for now, because we're just don't have the time, we're gonna leave it. So, and all of the signs have fallen down from the snow, it seems, and they won't stand back up. I think they'll stand back up if I load back into the game, because when I first loaded in there was still snow on the ground. So but yeah, we have a few more trees that we need to clear around along this field, right? Yeah, because we want to get back here. Turn our hazards off. Yeah, because we want to be able to get back into this field from the lane. Don't want to have to go out to the front of the field to get in there, so we'll do some more chainsawing. Just probably a few of these, and then we'll clear it out with the old brush hog. While we refuel the 8110, we gotta move the new combine, new to us combine, so we can back in and grab the chisel plow. Love the sound on this combine. We did manage to throw a grain tank extension on, if you can see. Kind of folded in there. It does fold like that. It does hold a little bit more. I'm excited to run this. It's too bad that it's going to be a whole half a year or so before we can run it. Gotta purchase a head for it too still, but hoping for a deal on one possibly. I know that's a pretty fat chance as in unlikely that actually happens, but we'll see. We'll take our time. No need to rush into buying one. Like I said, it's going to be a while till we can actually run it, so let's head down to that field. Let's chisel plow in that tree line. So this is that second pile down here. We're just chisel plowing around. We'll leave that there for now. Yes. Kind of makes it awkward, but we got a lot of work that we need to be doing here before we can start planting, and planting's going to be coming up here in no time, so we need to make sure we're in the fields, fitting fields, so then we can plant them. And at the moment we only have one tractor, so we need to fit the fields with this tractor, and then we need to plant the fields with this tractor at the moment. So don't believe it's possible that the case could plow or could pull the cultivator. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, that's coming quick, so I'm keeping my eye out for another tractor, but at the moment nothing's really caught my eye. But hopefully we can get a little bit of fitting done even today, because that's gonna be a challenge come next month if we're not done fitting yet or close to done. So chisel plowing is finished, and we've got a start on doing some fitting. Figured we would start here with the alfalfa field. It'd be nice to get that alfalfa in as soon as we can. That's likely this month is when I would like to do that. Probably could hook the drill up to the case and we can plant with that. I think it should run the drill fine. Definitely overpowered for this cultivator. Probably could go with something a little bit bigger, but what we went with to start doesn't mean we have to stick with it forever. But it'll do the job for now. Hard to pick out all the right equipment to start until you actually start doing the job and you're like, yeah, that could have been a little bit bigger or better. So yeah, we're making a start on it. I thought about trying to do something with this area, maybe create some farmland with this area that's just overgrown. But I think we're gonna leave that for just farm expansion. If we ever get to that point. I'd like to put up a shop at some point, like a real shop. We can leave the big shed there for just cold storage. Be nice. I mean, it's a really nice cold storage shed. So yeah, I don't know when we'll be able to put a shop up, but it definitely is in the plans. Kind of going about this the same way as what we do when we chisel plow, the up and downs, and then we finish with the end rows. You don't want to be leaving tire tracks in the nicely cultivated ground, right? Less compaction, the better. Seed growth. Seed will be able to take root better. Instead of fighting through compacted ground to grow its root system. But we have a lot of this in our future, so I'm going to be probably doing a lot of jump cuts, maybe time lapses, maybe montages type of thing. So got a lot of ground that we need to fit before we can start planting it. We got our hired hand now on the cultivator. We got some other work that we need to be doing. I almost kind of forgot about this job, but we got to get some lime spread. So we were just up at the elevator. They do rent. Turned right there. They do rent out these spreaders. Super 600. It's a Wilmar brand. A very common spreader you see that's rented around where I live. And you see pickups pulling them all the time. So that's what we're doing. We were just up there, and we're gonna have the old case doing some lime spreading. Thinking we're probably gonna need to spend a little bit of money on renting or paying for a tender truck to come out and keep us topped up. We're only going to be spreading on the ground that hasn't been ran over with a cultivator or the chisel plow. So all the wheat stubble and bean stubble we're going to be throwing lime down on. None of the cornfields will have lime this year, but they will next year. So I'm going to kind of do it in rounds like that. Is likely to be expensive. The first year of lime spreading is usually pretty expensive, so we might throw down a lighter application. I don't know if we're gonna just go all out and top it right up, but we'll see. Kind of one of those things. Where did I put the case? In this barn? Still? is in the barn still. We're warmed up a little bit. Get this guy hooked up. Do a little lime spread. Don't know where we're starting yet, to be honest. I just kind of remembered while we were finishing up that alfalfa field that we need to get lime spread, so I kind of do a little logistical thinking here once we get hooked up. Looks good on that spreader, I'd say. Pitch might be a little low, but you know. Alright, so let's see where we're going to start. It was actually recommended by the co-op to put our 8110 on the fertilizer spreader. Lime is a pretty heavy material. So, and with the case being a two-wheel drive and not a four-wheel drive or a four-wheel assist, it could have issues. So that's what we've done. We've kind of swapped them over. So we'll have the hired hand kind of start right behind us after we probably get a load spread. And we are also renting that truck right now. We can spread, or so we can do this a little bit more efficiently. Yeah, even the 8110's having a kind of a hard time getting going. We're putting down the recommended rate right now. And it's actually not going too fast, which is nice. Gives me hope that this actually won't end up being too expensive. So, because with all the rentals and everything, it can definitely start adding up. So, there's hope that we're going to come out of this with a little bit of money in our pocket still. This is one of those jobs where I wish I had auto steer, just to be more precise. Maybe not waste as much resources by overlapping. There goes the hired hand. He's going to start working on fitting this one. Maybe we'll look into investing in auto steer, but feels like we're losing cash really quick right now. It's unfortunate. I may have rethought my field purchase if I had actually remembered that we needed to do some spreading on our fields. Because, yeah, definitely a cost. Like I said, we're not doing them all, so it is what it is. Because the other two fields that were in soybeans are in wheat now, so we can't spread on those either. So literally we're only spreading on two fields. This one and the other field that you can kind of see in the distance there to our east. These are going to be the only fields that we do spread on, so it really shouldn't be too bad. I think I might be overthinking it a little bit, but it's always good to have the land. I mean, that is the challenge, right? To continue purchasing land while balancing equipment upgrades, and we left a bale in here. Like, look at that, that was like perfect. It's always the worst when you just miss a little sliver. now, get backed in under here. We'll fill her right on back up. What do we think? Think we're going to be able to spread on all these fields with what we got in the tender truck? I don't think so. We might need to go get like a half load. I'm thinking that was full. No, that was 95% full. That the tender truck was. And we just looked as at 65, so it's using about 30% every time. So we'll have another full load or a full wagon spreader after this one. Maybe. Yeah, probably need to go at least get another, at least put that at 60%, fill that tender truck up to 60, and I think we'll be good for the other field. I wish there was something in the game that would tell you exactly what you needed. Because farmers in real life, they know exactly what they need, right? Shoot a text up to guys at the co-op or wherever, and they fill you exactly how much you need by poundage, and you're good to go. So I don't know, interesting. It'd be nice to have something like that in the game. And there we are, field done, job done, in field 1. We'll head down to the next field and start spreading on that puppy. Got filled up the second time. See how far this can stretch us. And there we go. Done, with plenty of lime left. So, we will return the spreader. We can send truck back, and I think we'll get a little bit of money back for the lime that we didn't use, so that's going to be a good thing. We'll get all that stuff done and get you guys here in a bit. The job actually went a lot quicker than I thought it would, so that's good. So really, we just need to check on the cows. We need to get this hooked up to the drill. It's a good thing that we kind of tested the case on the cultivator, because it's actually running it really good, so that's a good thing. And it is a pretty small cultivator, so like I said earlier, this deer is way overpowered for that cultivator. So it's nice that the case can run it. It makes me a little bit less pressured to get another tractor at the moment. But come tomorrow morning, we got some alfalfa that we need to start drilling. And come the next day, which will be the beginning of April, we will be doing some actual planting. It's going to be exciting. So we just ran and got some seed this morning. I wanted to come down here and grab this straw bale that's in the back of the truck, but we're also just checking on how he's doing. Told me it's pulling pretty hard. I thought it felt like it was going pretty good for me, but yeah, it seems like it's pulling pretty hard for him. I don't know. Still might be a good idea to maybe pick up another tractor. I mean, this case is rated at 90 horsepower. I think the recommended horses for that cultivator is 100, so I I was hoping to be able to do it, but it looks like it's, I mean, look at the back tires. Those things are slipping like crazy once in a while. So, either we need to get a front wheel assist tractor, or four-wheel drive tractor, or just another higher horsepower two-wheel drive tractor. I don't know, but we're keeping our eyes out. I'm not really sure what we need to do, but we might end up putting the deer back on the cultivator, and we definitely could, I mean, I would think that we could run the drill with that case. So, I don't know, but that's going a little bit too slow for my liking. Just means it's going to take longer to fit the fields, and we, again, repeat myself, we don't have that kind of time, so have to figure out, we're going to have to figure out a solution. But we got seed, got alfalfa seed. We're going to be loading up the drill, and we're going to get that alfalfa planted so we can get it harvested and turned into a little bit of alfalfa hay as soon as possible, because we've learned from our mistakes. We spent a lot of money on buying hay in, and we're not going to do that this year. So we know that we need hay, as well as alongside the wet grass. So pull the drill out, get her filled up, and we'll get started planting or drilling some alfalfa. So apparently we can't plant alfalfa in March. We gotta wait till next month when we want to be planting our arable crops. So that's fun, but I guess we're just gonna, maybe we switch the tractor out. We're letting our worker go on that, continue on with that job, and then we're gonna come up here to the field. There's always plenty for us to do, or not the field, the farm. There's always plenty for us to do, so we'll keep hammering down, like always. Should be the motto of the channel, hammer down. Yeah, we'll take a look at the planter, get the planter ready to go. A lot of maintenance work, but we'll let him continue on with that. And that'll be it for this video, guys. So, thank you for watching. If you're still here, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.